Finding Forever Families for Kids. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Holly Tanner. She's a permanency specialist for Families United Network. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We're talking about adoption, but we're talking about adoption primarily for older children. Talk to us a little bit about what you do as an organization. Then we'll talk about some of the ways in which you work to place older children.
Great, I'd be happy to. Families United Network is an organization throughout the state of Pennsylvania, and we work with the statewide adoption network, which is known as SWAN, that works with the Pennsylvania Adoption Exchange, children and youth agencies, and then agencies like Families United Network to place children in permanent homes, children that might not be able to return home for one reason or another, and they need to be adopted.
And you say that reunification with the birth family is often the primary goal, but if that goal cannot be achieved, children are often placed for adoption, and you find the best possible options for these kids. But when it comes to older kids, there can be challenges there. Talk to us a little bit about some of these kids, because there, you say, are many success stories.
Oh, there are. And I think that for many people, it's hard to imagine that there can be. It's difficult to think that someone would want to adopt a 15 or a 16-year-old, but people are doing it, and the joy that comes out of it is so amazing. I could sit here all day and tell you about success stories, but there are many, and it's just a matter of opening your heart to someone who needs permanency in their life. Sometimes it's a baby, but very often, at least in the state of Pennsylvania, it's someone who's older, 8, 12, 15 years old, that's needing a home.
Now, for these older children who are school age or teenagers, what are some of the challenges that these children face as they go through a foster care system?
Well, many of them have come into foster care against their will. Children and youth had to come in and take them into the system, perhaps because of abuse or neglect, sometimes because of abandonment. Some of them have been placed voluntarily by their parents. But typically there is a history there, a difficult history. And that's where Families United Network comes in, and we want to be able to train families and educate them so that they know how to address these issues, and so they feel equipped to be able to work with these children.
How do you work with families to help them feel better able to understand the needs of these children that they may accept into their homes, either through foster care or eventually maybe through adoption? How can these families be better prepared?
It's a great question. We do a lot of training and a lot of educating. Even before a family is approved as a foster parent or as an adoptive parent, they go through hours and hours of training. They are interviewed for long periods of time. It's a very invasive process, but we want to know, we need to know that these families are equipped, that this is going to be a safe environment, that they understand the commitment that they're making for a child, because for them to change their mind at some point in this child's life would be devastating. So we really want to do everything we can to educate our families so that they're prepared for some of the challenges that come along with some of these children.
You said the word permanency. What does that mean for these children who may be 8 or 10 or 12 or even 16 or 17 years old? What does that mean for them long term?
It means forever. It means having a place to call home. It means someone that they can depend on, because for so many of these children, there's never been anyone for them to depend upon, because they've been rejected. They've been abandoned, and they've been hurt, and they need someone who's going to come alongside them and say, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. No matter what happens, I'm going to be here for the long run. And that's what we need, families who are willing to commit to that.
All right, and we can visit your website or give you a call for more information, and you are a statewide network. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We've been talking with Holly Tanner. She's with Families United Network. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.